Good everybody. Right off the bat, screwed up. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Rick's Tech Pub on a Wednesday, I believe, or a Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. 13th. It was better than Friday the 13th, I guess. And it's 2:02. Yeah, I had to listen to that song, Bob Seger. I'm sure my neighbors aren't too happy with me because I'm sure they heard me on the 12th floor. I'm sure they heard my bass on 5th floor. So, but that's why I only do it for like 45 minutes and I kill it for the rest of the week. As long as I do that, they won't complain. But if I do it every single day, where several floors can hear me, I'd have the cops knock at my door. But they don't care if I do it for a half hour, an hour. Oh, Ski Man, what's going on with you? You doing okay, Ski Man, or... I just caught Jeff's comment, hoping things get better. Unless he was talking about something else. I don't know. Hello, Ken. As you noticed, I answered your question that you asked. I doubt it. But I shouldn't be so cruel. I shouldn't be saying things like that. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to get that man to cut that habit. I really don't know. Oh. So today is just kind of a laid back, relaxing day, not doing anything. I don't know yet if I'm going to have a live stream tomorrow. I've got some things I got to do. Then after I get back, I'm just going to probably want to say F it and not do anything. So I might probably take the day off tomorrow. Not to mention I don't have anything decent to talk about. And I know people on the YouTube land don't like it when I have nothing to talk about, but I don't. Oh, Ski Man, howdy. I saw that chuckle. Yeah, I was laughing pretty hard when he asked me that question. That's why I said LMAO. I was laughing my ass off. When you asked that, I said, I don't know. I doubt, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's going to get him to cut that habit, but I don't know. Fell asleep about 30 minutes before your live stream, switched it back. Okay, watched it back. It comes down. No, he's talking to Ken, not me. Yeah, I know, Ski Man, you missed my live stream yesterday. As you were sleeping, I think you said. And Jeff Ryman, Friday the 13th came on Tuesday this time. Yeah, he did. And that's why I'm kind of asking, hoping everybody's having a good day, because I know the number 13 can be awfully evil to some people, and I never really have caught up to that. Even when I was 4 and 5 people were telling me that, I don't know, I never understood it. I don't follow the hype on it either. Tim Cruz, hello. Tony Wallow. Hope you're doing good. If so, then I am in. Intention to be in first again. Well, aging. I'm just reading your comment again, Ken. Your first comment. I don't know. For some reason, it's making me chuckle. I don't know. Just makes me giggle. Yeah, I don't know about this Agentic OS. I really... I don't know. I guess I have to become a fan of it because They're gonna add it into Windows. But I'm gonna try to do my best to avoid it, but they're gonna make it to the point where you can't avoid Agentic OS. It's gonna get in your face. Agentic OS is gonna pop. Oh, would you like me to organize that for you or do whatever? It's like, I can do it really quick. Like, no, thank you. I can do it on my own. Thank you. That's the Agentic OS. It'll do multi-step situations quicker than a human being can and faster. I'm not gonna get involved in that. Not unless they don't give me no other choice. And I'd imagine pretty soon on Windows installs, you're gonna see the part where that's gonna come with there's a few new things in this new features update they're gonna do that I know they've changed, are gonna change. I've heard they're gonna change the Windows install for Agentic OS. It's one of them's gonna be you're gonna have to agree or check to agreement thing for Agentic OS. They're gonna force you to use it, whether you want to or not. Just like Copilot, it's there whether we want it or not. You want to install it, they're gonna put it right back. So I don't know if it's gonna be possible to get around Agentic OS or not. It's gonna be integrated into the entire system. So I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it. Like everybody else on the planet says, it's not something I asked for. I don't know. I guess some of you are okay with it. I'm not. Microsoft needs to quit messing with Windows. They've already got it effed up to the point where it can't see straight. So why keep messing with it? Just leave the damn thing alone. But no, Microsoft's not going to do that. And like I said yesterday, it's marketing. Marketing is on Microsoft's tail to initiate new things so they can get more income for more things they're doing and less for us. Now they're doing this all for Microsoft. It's not really for us. It's a money game for them. Do this, do this, do this. See if you make money off it. And I bet you 2 or 3 years from now, the lack of Agentic OS, I bet you they'll end up killing it. So I don't know. This Agentic OS sounds like more of a miss than a hit. I don't think it's going to go over very well. It's like Recall. And from what I'm hearing on different channels that I follow, different things that I'm hearing, they're going to increase the aggression as to how many times they take a picture of your desktop. It's going to start happening more often than what they said it would. At least that's the word I'm hearing right now. That's what Microsoft is going to do. Is they're going to increase the time and it'll start taking more snapshots. So if you're on your bank account with all your private information up there, unless you can get off that page within 15-20 seconds, they're going to take a snapshot of it. And that goes up to their servers and God knows wherever else it goes. That's what I'm not trusting about Microsoft. They didn't exactly say that the information they get will remain private. I'm sure they're going to try to find a way of taking some of that information they get and try selling it to other people. That's why I said it's a money game thing for Microsoft. See what makes money, see what doesn't. In the meantime, they're pissing the rest of us off. But to them, it's a money thing. I think. I'm just guessing. I don't know if it's a money thing. I don't know why they're doing this. But I know marketing has some part of it. I know they have some play in this somewhere, somehow. Otherwise, I don't think they'd be interested in doing it. I think they would have left Windows 11 alone a long time ago if the marketing team isn't pushing Microsoft so damn hard as to try new things to see what brings them money and see what doesn't. I don't know. They're a data collection machine. That's all they are. They're collecting data from us and then selling it. And yes, they are selling your private information. Everything that you think is private, you think you have private in your life, it's not private to Microsoft. That's information that they can pick up and sell. And I've been told by more than one person that's directly involved with Microsoft that told me that. So I'm not, that's not a guess there. That's something that I was told from somebody that's directly involved with Microsoft. The information you have isn't private. It is also no longer your information. It's theirs, so they can sell it. I mean, it is yours, but it's also theirs. Because they're taking pictures of pretty much everything you've got. Your documents, your pictures, all your private information of your doctor's appointments or whatever. They've got it already. Which, you know, a lot of it they ain't going to do with it. They're just got it so they can have it. Just so they can brag, hey, I've got your information, haha. Oh, maybe this information, maybe that person over might sell some of that information to them. I mean, what are you going to do? And, you know, I just don't fight the fight anymore like everybody else is. Everybody else is yelling and screaming about what Windows is doing. Yeah, I don't like what they're doing, but I'm not doing anything to stop them. And I sure as the hell am not going to another operating system. Like, what they say, 200 million people or 100 million, 200 million people, or the amount of people that have switched over to Linux has gone up. I think from 1 million to 2 million. 2 million plus. So it's increasing at a rapid rate. And that's because of what Microsoft is doing. But I really don't think the 2 million people are out of the woods with Linux either. I don't know. Sorry, I can't spell or type today. Yeah, I have days like that too. In fact, when I was telling you guys that I was listening to Bob Seger. Bob Seger, I had to retype about 4 times. Because I kept screwing it up. I'd look at it, think, no, that's not how you spell it. Backspace, backspace, backspace. Try it again. S-E-G-I-R. Like, no, that's not how you spell backspace, backspace, back. Try it a third time. S-E-G-E-I-R. What? Like, no, backspace. S-E-G-E. Not the 4th time I got it right. If I finger peck too fast, my fat fingers will hit the button next to it. I try to do what everybody else is doing, not look when I'm typing. Doesn't turn out too well. And I was looking at what I was doing, it's just my fingers are getting too close to the buttons and typing too fast. Need to slow it down, and that's what I did on my 4th attempt. I went S-E-G-E-R. And that time I got it. But the other 3 times, the Seeger wasn't coming out right. Until the 4th attempt. Oh, yes, you can turn off Agentic. Through the settings app by navigation. And see, Ken, you say you don't know anything. You knew more than I did on that. I didn't know you could turn it off. I didn't know there was a setting in there to turn it off. I thought they were going to hide that. Experimenting Agentic feature which controls Google. Yeah, I don't have too much trust in Google, but if that's what they're saying, I'll try it. But I don't know. Is that on home? Is that on every single version of Windows, or I think you said yesterday it is, so. Oh, the features in Windows 11. Oh. Oh, you deal with. Okay. It's fine. I can fix that. Here we go again. Can't spell again. Here, Windows features on or off. Please wait. Okay. Turn Windows features on or off. Ha 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 ha. I don't see it. No, it's not in there. Are you sure that's where they say it's at? I'm not seeing Agentic OS in here in my features. Maybe I'm missing it. What'd they call it? System AI components. I don't see it. Print and document services levels 1. Media feature, legacy components. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place, but I don't see anything like that. Legacy components. Got my legacy components unchecked. Tuesday updates. Yeah, I avoid the updates like the plague for at least a couple of days. I don't care what Carrie and what Doug say, but you have to immediately take those. I don't. I wait a couple of days just to be sure, because I've been bitten by that before, taking updates right away, and I've had problems. Not that you'd have problems today, but I'm skittish of updates. I just don't like anything updating. I think it's a big waste. You buy it the way it is, leave it alone. That's how I think. Keeps things simple. And like I said, that's where Windows is trying to do, is they're trying to keep things simple. In fact, they've got it so simple, Windows is hard to use. They simplified Windows so much that people like me are starting to begin not to know how to use Windows. Jeez, people yell a little louder. I can hear you from here. Checking with. Okay, then let's do it this way. And finally, it switched over. Moldy, hello. We should all be using Windows. So yeah, I don't know. Things were easier back then. Didn't have all this spying bullcrap and other stuff that's going on. Windows is a very, 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 very busy system nowadays. It's not like Windows 7 when you'd walk away from the computer, it was doing absolutely nothing because you weren't doing anything. Nowadays, you walk away from your computer is doing a lot in the background. It's got a lot to keep up with. That's why you see your hard drive flashing, your hard drive light flashing. If for those that have it, if it's constantly flashing at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, that's because Windows in the background is doing things. It's phoning home. And it's always doing that because it's always updating the definitions to the Windows Defender. It does that at least 2 or 3 times a day. And, it's got to because of all the attacks that are going on out there. Oh, 221 already. Trusty. Yeah, I'm not so sure they're so trusty anymore. And like me, I try not to let stuff with Windows bother me, but I just hear everybody else belly aching about it. Yeah, so I'll let the people do the complaining for me because complaining isn't going to change anything. Microsoft is going to keep doing what they're doing. Unless they get a big enough outcry like they did with Recall the first time, they were forced to shut it off and kind of make some changes to it. So yeah, if people yell long enough, loud enough, Microsoft will hear you, and eventually they will change it if the bugging them keeps going. And so many people so quickly got a hold of Microsoft and wrang their neck over Recall that they are forced to take it off Windows, redesign it with some more privacy things involved, and then the promise that what's in there will stay on their computer, and I don't think that's true. I really, 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 really do not believe that's true. How can it stay there when Microsoft is looking at it? It doesn't make any sense for them to say that. Oh, but all the information stays on your system. We won't see it. Bullshit. They will see it, and they will take it. If they choose to. And more than likely, they do choose to. Just, my thing about that is, if you don't want the world knowing your private information, keep the private information off your computer. You will not see documents, you will not see music, you will not see anything on my computers. It's all on external hard drives and thumb drives. I took everything off my computer because if that's what they're doing, taking all my information and every bit of data I have on my computer, taking it and then reselling it and say, well, you're not going to find anything. I have no history. I have no history of anything on my computer. So good luck on Microsoft trying to find anything on my computer. Because you won't find anything. My documents is empty. My music is empty. My pictures is empty. Downloads is empty. I clear out my history 4 or 5 times a day. I do a Windows cleanup quite often, so good luck in finding my information, Microsoft. Good luck. Because it won't be there. I've heard no guaranteed promises that Microsoft isn't taking your information, taking pictures of it, and then keeping it. I don't believe that. I think they are taking it, and why am I holding somebody else's money? Oh, that's because I've got a call someone at 2:25. I'm going to call him at 2:40. That's why I've got his money. He needs to come over and get it. So, yeah. I don't know. Windows doesn't bug me now, but I don't give them a reason to bug me. That's because I don't keep anything private on my computer. Everything is on external hard drives or thumb drives. I've got videos on my computer, a few of them, but I need to get them off there one of these days. Just to be on the safe side, I'm a little bit more paranoid than most people. Most people wouldn't care about those private little pictures you have on your computer. Microsoft picks that up. They're not going to get my pictures. They might think they're going to get it. Well, good luck with that. Yes, it is a gift. What am I missing out of that? Ken still can't find anything on you. Yeah, I've seen the struggles he's had. But I don't know, I just don't trust Microsoft anymore to keep information on my computer. Everybody says I should, but with the shenanigans they're up to nowadays, shame on you for saying that. They don't give me a reason to trust them. Keep information on my computer so they can take it. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. That kind of reminds me of the phrase you used to say, Brian. You said, yeah, you're looking at that, then you woke up on the floor. Yeah, because somebody found out you were looking at that stuff and whack. I know a guy in here in my town that got beat up by his wife because he was looking at a picture he shouldn't have been looking at. She just about cleaned his clock for doing that. But he also almost pressed charges against her. Because he had a black and blue eye, his left arm was all bruised. And she did a beating on him. You looking at pictures, you son of a... Oh, he had a black and blue eye, he had scratches on his face, and he should have pressed charges, but he never looked at another nasty picture. He didn't think she was in the room with him. She thought she was still upstairs. She snuck downstairs and then snuck over and saw it. And yeah, she cleaned his clock for that one. But again, I told him you should have pressed charges again. He said, yeah, I should have, but he didn't. You know, you're lucky she does not read the comments on YouTube. Another couple of minutes here, guys, and I am going to wrap up this live stream because I'm quickly running out of words. I've done my bitching about Microsoft, and I'll find something more pleasant to talk about on Thursday. Because like I said, I think tomorrow's Wednesday. There's some things I've got to catch up on, and I do want to take a break from live streams for a day. Start taking a little bit more frequent breaks because I don't got anything to say. And from what I'm hearing on people on YouTube and the text messages I'm getting is, why keep doing live streams if you got nothing to talk about that's educational? Yeah, good point. Yes, I can confirm tomorrow is Wednesday. Is it really Wednesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Ask me again in 5 minutes, I would have forgotten that. January. Whoops. Ken, you're having a bad typing day. Ask you what, when? There. That's my point exactly, because I won't remember it. And I know I've got that Medicare wellness check that they do, so I got to go in the clinic and they check me over from head to toe. They do the memory check with me, which I completely fail every single time. They say they actually literally tell me every time you come here, your memory retention is getting worse. I could have told you that. And they're very, very, very... My doctor is a little bit worried about it. She doesn't understand why I can't retain memory more than 5 minutes. I never have really been able to. But I can remember what me and my sister did in 1980, January 1st of 1980. My parents went to a New Year's party. Me and my sister didn't want to go, so me and my sister terrorized the house. And then when my parents got home and saw what the house looked like, they terrorized us. That I do remember. But what I did this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, I can't tell you. I can't remember. But I remember what me and my sister did in 1980. We terrorized the house. We thought we'd have it all cleaned up and fixed up by the time they got home, but they came home sooner than we thought they would. And never ran out of that house so damn fast when I saw my dad walk in the door and he looked at the living room like, what the fuck? Out the door I went. And my mom said, no, Rick, you come back here. Uh-oh. I turned around and I wasn't able to sit down for at least an hour. I got my butt whacked really good for at least 5 minutes, which today is called child abuse, but my dad had pretty much had enough of me and my sister messing up the house every time they left. So they taught us a lesson. And oh my God, that hurt for at least 2 or 3 hours after my dad got done. He taught us, me and my sister, we never did that again. We just sat on the couch all night and watched TV. We didn't dare mess up the house. Not after what he did. And he told us he will not ever do that again. Nope. Never did it again. Actually, what we did the opposite after that is we actually cleaned up the house. Dusted the floors, kind of cleaned up things a little bit. It sounds like a really bad day. Well, it wasn't bad until my parents came home. My sister and I realized we had terrorized the house and the place was just a complete wreck. And then my sister looked at me because we'd slid down the stairs for at least the 15th time on the rug. We enjoyed doing that. It was kind of fun. We were both standing there, we were looking at the living room. The living room was just torn to pieces. And my sister looked at me and says, "You know, Rick, we might want to clean this house before Mom and Dad get home. Because if they find the house the way it is now, we won't be able to sit down for a week." Yeah, you're right. We might want to clean. And we started cleaning up. And then my dad comes home. I was like, oh, shit. My sister Teresa looked over and said, "Geez, they're home early." Say, "What do you mean they're home?" Oh, my God. We had the kitchen to clean up. We had the study room to clean. Oh, yeah, my dad walked in, like, what the fuck? Like, out the door I went. Yeah, it was fun till then. Not anymore. There will be a meeting this week for the memory forgetfulness people, but I can't remember exactly which day. Oh, guys, it's 2:31. I gotta wrap this up. Is this similar to KSGIP? What the hell? It was yesterday. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far. Yeah, I know the song you're referring to, but I can't think of it at the moment. Now, speaking of songs, I'll be back. This will be the last thing I talk about, and then we'll call it a day. And again, I got my phone in the room because I wasn't in the bedroom when I suddenly realized it was 2:01. The music I was listening to, Steve Miller, Jet Airliner. That's a good one. Bob Singer, Against the Wind, and Still the Same. Robert Plant, In the Mood. And then, I don't know if any of you have heard this. Ski Man, you might have. The band Shinedown 365, spelled THREESIXFIVE. That's the name of the... I think the band is Shinedown, and the name of the song is... I don't know, but that's a good song. I like it. I think the band is Shinedown, and the song is 365. I don't know. Look it up on YouTube. Listen to the song. You'll like it. I like it. But and then Fleetwood Mac. A few songs from Fleetwood Mac. Oh, yes. Yeah, you heard it. Another breath. Another Beatles fan. Yeah, I'm not either. That was before my days of being alive. Yeah, you're welcome, Ski Man. Yeah, I hope to see you later on today or tonight or... I don't know. Oh, it is 2:35. Yeah, I am out of words, guys. I think I'm going to call this one done. But I want to thank all of you for being here. It's been fun. It's always fun when you guys get a chuckle out of me. Like I said, I think tomorrow, I think I might take the day off. I think I'm just going to sit around and just do nothing for a day. Instead of worrying about what I need to do for this or that, I'm just going to let my brain relax for a day. Gonna be on Zoom tonight, and then I'm gonna take tomorrow off. Probably be on Zoom tomorrow night, but where's the live stream? Not tomorrow. And let's see, when will my next live stream be if I'm taking tomorrow off? Tomorrow's Wednesday, so no live stream on Wednesday. I say Thursday. Same time, same place. I'll have more notes and what I want to talk about, or... I can't do what Carrie and what Doug does. Just go off the top of my head. Because if I go off the top of my head, nothing, I won't speak a word. So I do have to have some kind of notes, and I know I get some people that criticize me for that. Say, you've got notes? Like, yeah, if you knew really how my brain works and how I work, you'd understand why. Because from one second to another, I can't remember what my words were, so I have to have them written down so I can at least have somewhat of an idea of what to talk about. But with that, guys, I will see you Thursday at 2 o'clock. Yeah, I'll work on things between now and then and get a couple sheets of notes and things to talk about. And oh, you do just fine. Yeah, I know. So my next live stream will be last. My next live stream will be last week. Okay. Or what I wanted if I go live. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it quits. I'll see you all Thursday. So thanks for being here, and I will, like I said, catch you Thursday. I'll have a good one, and Ken and everybody on Zoom, I'll catch up with you in about 15-20 minutes. Until then, guys, bye for now. Baldy is a time travel.